Were there any other issues that maybe I didn't touch on that you would like to kind of talk about?
Well, yeah, there's lots,
Right.
but one that seems to be very important to San Diegans is homelessness. Um, I think I'm different than all the other politicians you're hearing from. So let me just tell you the way I see it. And your viewers can decide whether they like what I have to say or not.
Right.
But, I feel very strongly, and that's why I'm running. I don't believe it's compassionate for people to live on the street. You always hear compassion. I don't believe it's compassionate to the people that the people on the street are harassing.
Right.
That they're, urinating or defecating on their storefronts. If they harass little girls going to school, it's not compassionate to them either. So what I would do is pick these people up. And again, I'm saying these people, most of them have drug addictions or mental illness. A lot of them don't know that they need help. And a lot of them don't care if they live on the street.
Right.
But that's not considerate and compassionate to the rest of us. So I would have professional treatment centers. What they would do, we would pick people up off the streets and encampments, because they don't need to be there either on public streets. I was downtown San Diego last week. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I absolutely couldn't believe it. Tents all over the sidewalks in downtown San Diego. If I'm coming from another place that keeps a clean city, I'm thinking, what planet am I on?
Right.
So I would pick up these folks. I'd have them properly diagnosed, and that's important. What type of mental illness? What kind of drug addiction? Then I would give them the specific treatment for that diagnosis. Okay. Now, while they were undergoing rehabilitation, I would have on-site job training. It doesn't have to be anything, we're not training them to be doctors,
Right.
but just something where they can perhaps be self-sufficient again.
Right.
Here's the catch. The medical professionals determine when they're released. These people don't say, I'm better today, and go do drugs and then go back to the street. When they're prepared for society, okay, then let the medical professionals determine it's time for them to have a chance. So that's where I'm different than everybody else.
Yeah. No, and I agree. The term I was looking for was enablement. We have a policy of enabling people to be homeless. I like the idea, my wife's a social worker, so she works with kids, but she sees a lot of these homeless people, and she, a lot of foster kids do go into the become homeless. But the problem, and I'm probably more in line with you on this one, where a lot of people want to be compassionate. Obviously, that's not compassionate to let them be on the street. A lot of people say we're criminalizing it, but unfortunately, you in essence have to criminalize it to be able to say, you can't do that. You have to go here. If we don't criminalize it and it doesn't mean they're criminals per se. It just means that we have to have the authority to do that, to say, hey, you can't be here on the side of the street. You have to go here once you, and I like the idea of saying, hey, you don't get out until somebody says you're good for society.
Right.
Whatever that might be. And obviously somebody might come, like any kind of, they may break the rules and have to come back again. We don't know that. But at the end of the day, what we do know is that what we're currently doing isn't working.
Exactly.
I think we could all agree on that part.
Of course.
Yeah. So, perfect. Stan, if you don't mind, how can people learn more? What's your website? How can people help you and learn more about you?
Well, I want all the viewers to know that I'm also known as Kaplan America. Okay. Kaplan America. And they can go to my website two ways, either kaplanamerica.com or kaplanforcongress.com, kaplanforcongress.com. It's loaded with information. It goes into the depth and the bills that I've written. It talks about my entire platform. And I think that, one can get very well informed as to who I am and why I'm running and why it's very important. And more importantly, how I'm different than other people that call themselves politicians. So I am running as an independent in Congressional District 51. The primary is not till next March, but that'll be here before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And the general year from November. And I'm soliciting, volunteers, people that have a couple bucks, anybody that wants to help out, feel free to contact me. And appreciate your having me today.
Well, Stan, I just want to say thank you for coming on. I wish you the best. I'm glad you're running as an independent, and hopefully, for all you listeners out there, feel free to go to his website and check out his issues. And I hope you enjoyed this interview. And Stan, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you the best. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks. Thank you again. And until next time. Bye-bye.